So what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am David. For those of you who are new, welcome. For those of you who are not, what's up, guys? So we're going to continue in with the series of me building my shop, and we're going to move right into building the table saw table is what we're going to call it. Because it has a few criteria that has to be met. I need to build a table for some workspace. I need to be able to fit my table saw in it. And I need to be able to roll it, because if a car comes in, we want to be able to utilize the space and just move this over, especially if we're not using any woodworking at the time or doing any kind of woodworking at the time. We can go ahead and just roll it on over, move it out of the way, get on with the car, get that engine out, do whatever we're doing, customizing it, whatever we might be doing to a car and our truck here in this building. And then when we're done with that, it can roll and this can move on back over. Or vice versa, if there's a car in here and we're not currently working on the car, I can take this, roll it over, give me my woodworking space back to go ahead and build or do whatever it is that I'm doing. So let's get started on this build. Pretty excited to get this part done. It's going to be right here is where it will lie. The dimensions are going to be 7 feet long is what I want to work with. 7 feet by 31 by 38, because these are already 38. So that's what we're going to work with. So we're going to cut some 2x4s up. We're going to build a really beefy frame to put some caster wheels on, and we're going to start with that. Just building a good base to build all of this on, and throwing some casters in. So going to give you guys a quick look at what we're trying to duplicate. Right here is a base to my bandsaw, and what we're trying to do here is when you step down, or what it does here is when you step down here, it lifts up the entire bandsaw and then it drops it back down. Use that little hook, you hook it in. Just to give you guys a look so you see what we're working with. Now let's get back to the table. Here back at the table, this is the base that we're working with right now. I'm taking the time right now to go ahead. I'm just going to screw in these hinges to give us that leverage action there. We're going to put one at either end, just like I was showing you before, and we're going to run a long 2x4 all the way across this entire thing here. I'm going to be a little cut off in the film. Got to work with what I got here, but I want to give you guys a decent view of it from this standpoint. So our base as it sits, we got some castering wheels on this guy, castering wheels up here. This bar is just for leverage. That's it, you push it down, it goes up. So I've got an entire raising platform. Now we build everything around this and these wheels going up and down. Build your platforms in, build your base up, put everything you want on it, and now it becomes mobile. You step on this little guy here. It's a good solution. So I ripped some pieces down on the panel saw and just put them up there so to start getting an idea. Now we're just going to build right on top of all it is. I got to notch out where all the wheels and stuff come up, so this whole thing can, so the mechanism can still come up. So we just gotta notch it out both sides, and then that's it. We're gonna build some shelves on it. Start building up. Okay, so everything's cut out. All these pieces are all cut out, and now that that is done, I pin nailed this down really fast, just so I can go ahead and put some screws in it, but I didn't want it coming out of whack and out of sorts. So this is what it's going to look like when it's down. There it goes. This is what it's going to look like when it's up. And we have a rolling base. So now we're going to build off this rolling base. Whatever you do, if you're trying some project similar to this, make sure that all your wheels roll all the way around. Make sure you got clearance for them. Because if you didn't measure right, you might run into clearance issues. So here we go. Let's build some shelves now. All right, so this is what I came up with. We just built a couple of platforms. I built a platform here, and I built a platform there, obviously. Just platforms, guys. Some 2x4s, cut them down, and some plywood, or some OSB rather, right on top. Something for my table saw to sit on. And I will say this, I had to put this beam in because over this 2x4, the span of that 2x4 through there, it started bowing. So as I tried to lift this thing up so it would roll, it started bowing out on me. So I put that there and screwed it in just to give it a little bit more support, and now it's totally fine. This isn't screwed down yet, and that platform there isn't screwed down yet. I have to actually move this, get this screwed to that platform and screwed down to the base, and then put this back on. And just for right now, I'm going to be taking my jet air filtration system right there. I'm going to be taking that and just putting it right here because I need to get rid of this entire space right here for a car to come in, because Shannon's brakes right there just came in, and I got to do some front brakes on her car so she can get around. So I got to make some quick space, so I'm just going to put that there, like I said, and get all this stuff out of here, move stuff around so I can get a car in here. So this is what we came up with. We're very happy. It looks good, looks the part. I'll show you guys a little bit more in a minute, but this is it. All right, so this is what I ended up doing here. Sorry about the shadows. Once again, guys, not a lighting guy or anything like that, not yet. We'll figure it all out. But that's what we got right now. I put my jet air filtration system right up there on top of the bench to leave this clean. The brakes are done and out of here. I did not actually shoot a video showing the brakes getting done, but we did clear out all the space here. So we're looking really good. We're very happy about it all. And then that's okay up there. Only thing I did for this, and I'll bring you guys over here, was just very simply put some 2x4s in all the way to the floor and connected them all the way up the side of this. Same thing on this side. We connected them all on the side of that. And I just tossed that air filtration system up there. And that's where it's going to be for now because it just has to get off my floor. I didn't want to hang it from my ceiling just because I'm not very confident in the ceiling here as to what it can hold weight-wise. And I haven't looked into it structurally to find out what kind of how structurally sound it is, I guess I want to really say there. So I figured, you know what? Let's not put any extra weight on it just in case. And we'll just put it up there. So there it is. Boom. Next up to bat, we have to jump into this. Now I need a workspace right here. Right here, we need to put some a worktop there. And that's what's going down next. Once again, nothing special. 2x4s, OSB. We're going to just throw a workspace right in between this bar and that bar. We're going to put a workspace in. And that's it. And then I'll show you guys. I'll put my foot there and step on this guy and let you guys see this thing moving around and shaking and moving. So here we go. This is what we came up with. A couple 2x4s. She's nice and flat. Nice little workspace there. It looks good. Looks the part. Up front here, what we have is what I came up with up front. You're going to step here to let this thing up. To push this thing up. And that right there, it just swings either direction to drop it down to the ground. Right now, it is up off the ground, as you can see. Now, I will say it is heavy. So when I do go to pop this up, I lift up here, and then I push down. And I swing that 2x4 right on in. And it holds it up, and it rolls, relatively speaking, pretty easily. You know, it rolls pretty easily. Not a big deal there. So I will say this, there was 1,000 ways that you could build this kind of a setup here. A rolling table saw table. There's 1,000 ways you can do it. This is the way that I came up with, because after all, this still is my lab. And I really wanted to experiment to see, could I get that kind of a platform for my bandsaw to work on this kind of a setup? And it definitely works. It is heavy. And I had to reinforce the one beam, which isn't really a big deal. And it works. So we're happy with it. I'm stoked. It may change. It's going to end up changing anyway because I'm going to convert everything over to battery power. I'm sick of all the electric stuff. Time and place. And right now is not the time. I don't have a lot of power in this shop. I have one outlet. This table saw pops that outlet every single time I use it. I can't use my dust collection and the table saw at the same time. I can't use any two tools at any given time at the same time. So I'm going to be converting everything over to batteries. So this eventually will go away, and we're going to be setting up a new setup and building a whole new table and everything once I do purchase a battery-powered table saw and a battery-powered chop saw. Hopefully, the new battery-powered chop saw fit in that setup. Is what I'm really hoping, because if not, that's going to be fun to do. But either way, we'll get it done. We'll unscrew it if we have to and make it happen, make it work. The panel saw is going nowhere. But in the upcoming video, we are going to try to convert this. I'm going to take this whole entire setup off and try to put a battery-powered saw in there. So that way I can eliminate the power for this also. That's it, guys. We are done. This build is finished. We are excited. We're going to move on to the next thing. And that's it. So, guys, don't forget to take the time to enjoy what you do. And don't forget, work does not do itself. So don't be afraid to get out there and get after it.